Hey guys, my name is Sean and I create memories with a click. Welcome back to the channel. So I picked up the Nikon ZR. And if you have been following the channel, then you know that I've been on a quest for a dedicated video camera for a while. But if you're new to the channel because of all of the hype that is surrounding this camera and you're tuning in for the first time, let me just give you a quick recap. So I am a Canon shooter. I am heavily invested in the Canon ecosystem with cameras and lenses, and I've been on a quest for a dedicated video camera. I am a photographer first that does video. My video consists obviously for this channel, but also client work, also corporate work. So I am a photographer that's trying to master videography, but I'm definitely not a cinematographer. So, needless to say, when Canon announced the C50, I was super excited about it. I was very close to hitting the button on that. Um, but one thing stood out to me, and that was obviously the price point and what features I'm going to use on the Canon C50 for that price point of $3,900. So let's just round up taxes and everything. So $4,000, right? Keep in mind, I said that I'm a photographer that shoots video. I'm not a cinematographer, so all of the power that's in that camera, the 7K RAW and being able to put cinema lenses, excuse me, being able to put cinema lenses on and an anamorphic D-squeeze and all of those things that cinematographers care about, I don't. So I knew that I would be overpaying for a dedicated video camera. And then Nikon announced this. Nikon announced the ZR one day later, and for the price point, that I wanted to pay, and let me just say, I wish that this was the camera that Canon made at this price point. All right. So this camera caught my attention first and foremost for the price point. And then the things that mattered to me. Okay, so price was first, 32-bit float was second, the big gigantic screen that everybody's talking about, the 4-inch screen, that was just icing on the cake, right? So you can't miss anything that you never had, but that was a good feature. And because it had IBIS, and I'm a tech geek, tech junkie by nature. So even though I shoot with Canon, I pay attention to all brands, whether or not that's Sony, Nikon, Fuji, Lumix, like all things tech, I pay attention to. So I knew that the Z6 III was a great hybrid camera, had a fairly decent sensor, great sensor actually. So I was excited that that sensor was in this camera. So all of the things that was important to me for the price point of $2,200. Notice I did not mention anything about Red RAW, ProRes RAW, Nikon RAW. Those things weren't important to me. And at that $2,200 price point, I didn't feel like I was overpaying for something that I wouldn't use the same way that I would feel if I bought the Canon C50. So that was my interest in this camera from the beginning. So up next, I'm gonna share with you my intentions of how I plan on using this camera, my thoughts and my perspective from a Canon shooter, but let's go ahead and jump into the footage from the Nikon.
Already know it's like yo, it's just a click and go. We bring in the studio right to your door. Ain't never seen quality like this before. your headshots for sure. You're bringing the whole studio, making sure you look good head to toe. The quality is the best for sure. We're getting a good shot, I just know. It's just a click and go. We bring in the studio right to your door. Ain't never seen quality like this before. Get your headshots for sure. Yo, it's a click and go. We bring in the studio right to your door. Ain't never seen quality like this before. Get your headshots for sure. You're bringing the whole studio, making sure you look good head to toe. The quality is the best for sure. We're getting a good shot, I just know. Yo, it's just a click and go. We bring in the studio right to your door. Ain't never seen quality like this before. Get your headshots for sure. You're bringing the whole studio, making sure you look good head to toe. The quality is the best for sure. We're getting a good shot, I just know. It's just a click and go. We bring in the studio right to your door. Ain't never seen quality like this before. Get your headshots for sure. Yo, it's a click and go. We bring in the studio right to your door. Ain't never seen quality like this before. Get your headshots for sure. You're bringing the whole studio, making sure you look good head to toe.
So right now I'm shooting on the R6 Mark III with the RF 3514. So I rented the 3514 from Lens Rental, and I also rented the Tamron 28 to 75 f2.8. And I rented these two lenses because these are probably the two lenses that I would buy if I'm satisfied with the ZR and what I'm able to get out of it. So let's go ahead and jump into that footage, because I do want to see, me personally, I want to see a comparison of what I'm able to get from this R6 and versus the ZR in my studio setting. So let's go ahead and jump into the footage from the ZR right now. All right, guys, so I am back on the Nikon ZR. All right. I had a little bit of complication when I was trying to monitor my audio, and I'm going to play that for you. So when I plugged in my headphones to monitor the audio, the record button started recording, but it would not focus on my face at all. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I tried to monitor my audio yesterday while I was out testing, and it kind of took a minute to kind of come through. So I don't know if it's something that I'm doing wrong. Obviously, I'm new to the Nikon menu system, so I'm trying to work that out. Okay, so but my intentions and how I would use this camera. All right, so this will be my all things video camera, all purpose, right? So I am a member of my media team at church. So I would use it handheld with probably the 28 to 75 Tamron lens with the V-mount battery. I would rig it up. I would use the Hollyland system to transmit the feedback from the camera to the switcher at church. So that's one way and one reason that I want a dedicated video camera. So I would use it handheld. That's why IBIS was kind of important to me. I would also use it on a gimbal. So the size of this camera works for me, so that if I wanted to use it on a gimbal, I could. There again, I would use it for this channel, and I would use it for client work, you know, from all types. But I would also, and probably only use it in H.265, whether or not that is in log or just shooting in this normal color profile right here from Nikon. Okay, so I'm probably one of the few people, I say I'm probably one of the few people that purchase this camera to shoot it in H.265 and not shoot it in RAW. But that's what all of the cinematographers say. And I honestly think that they're wrong. I think there's more people that will buy this camera that plan to use it exactly how I'm using it right now. And that is in some form of H.265, probably log. But this camera is probably going to be used by most of those people, not cinematographers, honestly. So that's just my opinion. At this price point, it's going to appeal to a lot of people, and a lot of us who have purchased this camera and will purchase this camera don't really care to shoot in RAW, honestly. So I am somewhat impressed with the sensor quality. I'm not going to lie. By being a Canon shooter, there is a learning curve, definitely. And I hope I'm patient enough to learn that learning curve. But also, I do have a few challenges as far as what I'm planning to accomplish by jumping into the Nikon ecosystem. I have no intention on switching from my stills for photography using Canon. There again, I'm just too invested in the Canon ecosystem. So I will be using this for video. So my thoughts from the perspective of a Canon shooter. There again, the Nikon color, I don't know if it's Nikon color or just from what I'm getting out of this sensor here, but I'm impressed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm impressed. I love the size of the monitor, but I love this 32-bit float. You have to experience it for yourself. Even the sound quality just being picked up from the regular onboard microphone. So right now I'm using this microphone here, but while I was in the field and testing and in the studio testing, you know, I was playing music in the background, and the music in the background was so rich. You could hear the bass in the playback of the video from the music that was just playing in the background. So the mic quality on this thing is amazing. I probably could have just, matter of fact, I probably will do like a little test so you can hear the difference between this camera, I'm sorry, this mic right here and the onboard mic. So I am impressed with the Nikon ZR thus far. I picked it up on Monday, so I haven't had it that long. I did one photo shoot where I was able to get a lot of video. So I plan to do a little bit more testing, and then I will jump into another video, hopefully to answer some of my problems, some of my biggest dilemmas when it comes to transitioning Nikon into my workflow. All right. As always, guys, thank you for rocking with me on this channel. If you haven't done so already, please comment, like, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one. More Nikon ZR content to come.